Good day and welcome. So I want to show a quick demo on how TIXVNT works as an event host. So first up, you visit the platform TIXVNT.com and then you can create an account or log into an existing account by just inputting your email address and your password. So you get your dashboard loaded where you can see some information, how much you sold today, your amount of active events, your current balance, and the total amount you've processed as withdrawal. Then you can navigate now to the create new section to be able to create a new event. So here you have to fill in your event details, the name of the event, the description, the category, the event type if it's paid or free, the status of the event, and other information. Now there's a particular section called event map URL. So in event map URL, this is basically what you're going to do. You open Google Maps, now search for the location of the event, and once you see it, click on it and then click on share and then click copy link, and Google Maps is going to copy the link to your clipboard. Then you come back to TIXVNT, paste in your link in the event map URL, and then you're good to go. Then fill in other information like the dates, start date and end date of your events, add your event poster, and then click create events. Now if any of this was left blank, your event is still going to create. All your events needs for creation is just the name of the event. So here, as you can see, we didn't add any tickets to our event, but our event was created. So after creating, you now get to the part where you can now modify your event. So by swiping right, you'll see 4 different buttons. Click on the green pencil icon to further modify your events. And then at the top, once it pops up, you click on tickets. So you want to set up different ticket pricing for this particular event. So we are creating the regular, the VIP, and then the couples, which are 3,000, 5,000, and then 10,000 euro respectively. So there are different information you can also put here, like the name of the event, the name of the ticket, the description, if it's a single ticket or group tickets, that's the type. We have the ticket status, service charge, who is to bear the service charge if it's you or your attendees. Now there's a little question mark beside some of these fields that you are required to fill in any section, either from creating events or your tickets. So you can always click on the question mark icon to read what is expected of you in that particular field. So after clicking on save, your events information is saved. Then you can now click on this QR code icon to get a short and a long link to your events. So I'm going to open it right here by clicking open link, and as you can see, it loads and then it takes your attendees to your exact event page. So here they can see the name of the event you created, the description, your event status, if it's published, if it's completed, if it's a physical or virtual event, if it's paid or free, the location, the map, the map itself is embedded, the date and time, the organizer, and the different tickets grades. As you can see, for couples, for the quantity we put 0, so it is showing sold out. So let's go back now to edit the quantity and put maybe 100 quantity of that ticket, so it doesn't show sold out. Because each time people buy tickets, if you set 100 for instance and 100 people buy tickets, each time they buy tickets, the ticket quantity is reduced. So if it's reduced from 100 to 0, then the event ticket is going to show sold out on the event page, just like the way this one showed sold out because we didn't set it initially. So now that we've edited it to 100 and we scroll down, you can see now that we have enough tickets, and it is, we can actually select one or more tickets in this field. So all your attendees need to do now after landing on your page is to select the amount of ticket they want. So if they want to just buy one single ticket, or if you want to like buy tickets in bulk. So for here we selected one regular ticket, and then because if you remember, for the regular ticket we set the attendees to bear the service charge. So that is why the 5.5% was automatically calculated on the 2,000 naira ticket. Now let's try to buy for VIP. VIP and couples are to be paid by us, which is the event host. So if I was to charge for VIP, as you can see, it's just 5,000 naira charging the attendee because the host said they want to bear the fees. So same thing with VIP too. So if you try to pick, 2 regular, 1 VIP, and 3 couples, let's see how the pricing is going to be. So because regular is the service charge is to be paid by the attendee, that's like 5.5% in 2 places for 2,000 naira tickets, and then the 5,000 naira VIP and the 10,000 naira couples are not charged on the attendee side. So as you can see, that's exactly what happened, and the total charge becomes 39,220 naira. So what attendees need to do is just to proceed filling out the checkout form, putting their email, their full name, and then adding a phone number. Now they can click on this button to say send all tickets to this mail. So if it's like a group ticket like this one I'm trying to purchase, where they can select multiple tickets, so they are buying maybe 9 to 10 tickets at once, they might not want to go through the stress of asking one person each to send their email address. So they can get everything delivered to one bill and then disperse it to their friends or co-attendees afterward. So, or they can just manually fill it out. Now, going back to the event page, let's try to purchase ticket now as an attendee. So, I'm buying the 2000 naira regular tickets, and the charges is 110 naira. And then we put our full name, our email, and then a phone number. So, we are asked to choose a payment method, if it's bank transfer, bank account, USSD, or our card. For seamless transaction, we recommend bank transfer. So I've selected it now, and we are given an account number to make payment to in 30 minutes. So this account number is valid for 30 minutes, and then the person needs to send the exact amount they are charged to this account number. It's going to be a Wema Bank account because TIXVNT is in partnership with Wema Bank, and we use their infrastructure to help us process payments. So once the person click on the copy icon, they get to copy the account number to their clipboard, go to their bank app, and then try to process the payment. So here I am trying to make payment of 2,110 naira to the account, and once I paste in the account number, I just need to select my bank and put in the amount 2,110 naira, and then proceed with the payment. And yeah, now the payment is done, and as you can see, almost immediately as I went back to the Chrome page, I got my notification via email. As you can see in the video, it was not sped up. It's like the exact recording. There was no edit done to this particular screen record, right? This particular part of the screen record. So your attendees don't need to actually be on the page. So long they make payments and the payment is confirmed on the network, then they will get their tickets. And as you can see, 2 mails entered my phone, or should I say 3? One from Alert telling them that they made payment to our company. One was from TIXVNT to the host telling them that somebody purchased their ticket, and one was to the attendee that purchased the ticket. So I have 2 mails on my phone. One is my personal mail, vaikololawale@gmail.com, and the other one is TIXVNT mail. So the event host mail was sent to TIXVNT, and then the attendees mail was sent to my personal email account. So that was why I received both. But we'll open both later in a short time. So for now, let me just focus on talking about some other things that you can access as an event host still within your dashboard on TIXVNT. So back under manage events, by clicking on this chat icon, you can easily track your sales record. Now, just because you made one sale doesn't mean it's only one that appears here. So the amount of sales you've made within like the last 1 month is going to show here, and you can use the filters at the top to edit the date range or to search by names of people that have purchased tickets, just in case you want to filter the data. But by default, it shows like a 1 month range of sales record. And you can also export it by clicking once on this export button, and then it exports to a .xls file, which is an Excel sheet file, which you can open on WPS and see your data in an actual Excel sheet. And at the top, it's written there the filters I used. So really quickly again, from the navigation, click on payout account to set up your bank account details for withdrawals. So you have 2 options to set a primary account details and a secondary account details. You can actually set one or both of them, and after that you can now proceed to go to process payout. Now under process payout, you can actually see your current balance, how much you've withdrawn in the past, and beneath it you can enter the amount of money you want to withdraw. And there's also a button there that says max, where you can just click on it to like withdraw the maximum amount in your account. By clicking on that, and then you select if it's your primary account details you want to be settled to, or your secondary account details. Mind you, this must have been set already from the payout account, and you just need to click on please withdrawal, and then you get a successful notification that your withdrawal has been placed. Now to track your withdrawal, just click on the 3 dots at the top left corner, scroll down to records and check for withdrawal records. Now you can see that the withdrawal you just processed is currently still pending. The date the withdrawal was made, the account number, and the amount you made withdrawal for is going to be shown there in your withdrawal record. Now once it's paid, you're going to get a mail instantly that your withdrawal has been processed successfully and is going to be deposited directly to your primary or your secondary bank account, depending on the one you chose. So very quickly, let's talk about the send broadcast message feature on TIXVNT. So all you just need to do is to select the event you want to send broadcast message for, and then type in your message in this dialog or this box. And it's going to send a message to all your attendees with the message that you typed. Now, for the sake of this example, we're going to be sending it to ourselves to see like the template version, and also to the attendees for us to see how it actually looks like. So yes, next we have our fraud-proof ticket validation on TIXVNT. All you need to do is to select the event that you want to check in people, and then you choose your phone camera. Now if your phone has 3 cameras set up, you see there front, back, and maybe a third camera. If it has 4 cameras, you're going to see your cameras listed there. Just try to pick, most times the second camera option is most times the back camera. All you just need to do is to bring the person's phone behind your phone, and then you scan the QR code which was sent to their mail. Now on scanning it, you're going to see a pop-up that do you want to use this ticket, and you are left with 2 buttons or 2 options: to validate the ticket or to go back. Now once you click validate, the ticket is used. And the usage of the ticket is more like when you go for events and then they tear your tickets at the entrance to avoid someone else bringing the ticket because it's no longer fresh. So once you click on use this ticket or validate the ticket, and the person brings the ticket again through maybe sending it to somebody else, or the ticket finding its way back into your event registration center, you or your co-organizers can easily detect or get to know that this ticket has already been used before. Now with our ticket validation logs, if you scroll down to your records, you can actually see the exact time and dates, and the ticket type and the event of this particular ticket, the exact date that it was actually used, just for dispute sake. So in case someone is trying to prank you or play you, you can actually show them the exact time and date that this ticket was used to check into your event. So lastly, let's see exactly how these emails look like. So first is the one for your attendees. They get hello, their name, and their ticket purchase was successful, and then it shows the transaction details to them. So transaction details include the amount they paid, the events, the bank name that they paid from, the account name they paid from, and they also even the session ID, which is like a 30 digits code from CBN that is unique for every single transaction made in Nigeria via bank transfer. So just in case the transaction is ever, maybe reversed, we can actually, use this code to track the transaction and forward to the bank. In addition to that, your attendees also get their QR code right inside this mail. So they just need to start their mail down ahead of the event, and on the event they open the mail and then turn their QR code ticket. Or they can even take a screenshot of the ticket right before the event day to avoid having to find it in their mail. And here is also like a sample of, or a copy of the same email that was sent to the attendee, would also be sent to the host of the event. So long as the event host, every single time a ticket is purchased, as the attendee is receiving their payment summary and their ticket, you're also getting a similar sample or copy of that same mail, which is going to be the transaction details and like everything from the previous mail, but except the QR code, because the QR code is for the attendee, and that is what will make them be able to come and prove to you that they've purchased their tickets. So you get to see the event they bought ticket to, the ticket they bought, the amount they paid, if they used any coupon code, the transaction details to their bank name, their bank account number, and the name of the account to make the payments. And here is how the broadcast message looks like. The sample, which is hello, the person's name, then TIXVNT has shared, that's your own name, an important update with you about the event, and then whatever you typed in that previous box is going to be in quotes inside the mail. And then we say something like see you on the date of the event, and then warm regards to them.